Hey all, welcome back to my channel Higher Ready. In today's video, we are going to see about one of the most important built-in data types in Python. Generally, in Python, we do have four built-in data types. Among them, list is considered as one of the top leading built-in data type. So among four of these built-in data types, list is considered as one of the top leading data type because lists have so many applications in most of the technologies that we use today. Let's try to understand how list is being represented. In Python, we generally represent list inside a square bracket. Inside this, we'll be having list of all values. It might be a string. Like I could store my name. Alongside, I could have any number. It might be an integer. Along with, I could store even a float value like 3.5. So inside a list, I could store values of different data type and we call them as heterogeneous. Technically, whenever I use this word heterogeneous in Python, it says we could store list of all values which has data of different types. It might be a string, it might be a float, it might be an integer, it might be any different data type that we have in Python. So in list, we have the ability to store different data types. And this is considered as the first category when it comes to list. Alongside, we do have another scenario where list would be applied. List is also called as mutable data type. We have clearly seen in 7th day of video what is mutable and what is immutable. If I could make changes to my data, that is called as a mutable data type, and immutable data type is straight opposite to that. As we have list as a mutable data type, it says that if I want to make any changes, I can easily make that change. For example, in this list of all values that I have stored, if I want to remove this element called Benny, this string, I can remove it. If I want to replace the string with another string or another integer, I can do that. In a specific location, if I want to add any values, I can do it. In data types, while learning built-in data types, we have something called ordered data type. What does it mean? Does it represent something like orders? No, that is not what we call as order. Instead, if I want to add an element based on specific location, I can add it. If I want to remove an element based on specific location, I can remove it. If I want to replace a particular element based on location, I can remove it. Just by specifying the location, I can do anything with list. That is why it is called as ordered data type. And it is mutable. I can make changes to it. And it is heterogeneous because we can store data of any types into this list of all elements. But I have told you in the previous video, whatever you learn about technology, when it is going to decide the future, you should learn everything about how it is being used in real life. Do you remember that? I believe you remember it. Yes. So how this list could be applied into your real life? Let me give you 5 seconds to think. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Yes, the first application is game development. How list could be applied in game development? Do you have any ideas? Let me give you a clarity on this. Whenever you play any games, you might see so many objects that are moving inside and around, right? How it is happening? List is generally a data type which is mutable. You can make any changes at any time. And it is being stored based on location. So that is how gaming works. The players, they will make changes frequently. And the ones who develop gaming will make changes frequently. And you will identify what is happening based on which element you'll store to a particular location. Maybe if we take a simple game like Candy Crush, we have set of all three elements or four colors that have same color. If they matches together, the game moves to another round, right? So that is how the simple games work. Likewise, we do have so many games. It might be a PUBG, it might be any advanced games that we do play. I have no idea about gaming, what's going on, because I'm totally into AI. So for any game development, we could use AI. I mean, we could use list data type to store those elements based on location, and you can access it. So developers could store that elements in that way, and users while playing that game could easily play that game based on how they store it and how the next level moves. The second application is data science and machine learning. In this course, we are learning about AI, machine learning, and data science, right? So, as we are already into day 9. So, how list could be applied in data science and machine learning? Do you have any idea about it? Let me give you a clarity how it could be applied. Let's consider you have a table like this, which has around 4 columns, and the column names are stored here. This column names could be stored inside a list. First column name, comma, second column name, comma, third column name, and finally a fourth column name. It might be the name of a row. It might be the elements of a row. Everything that I store in a table could be converted into a list format, and I can convert that list format into a table based on how many lists I create. That is how in data collection, in data pre-processing, in data handling, I could use list data type in Python. Specifically in machine learning and data science based project, while handling the data, we could use list data type. Apart from that, handling databases is the major application of this list methods. And in web development. So handling databases is something that is being applied to all these applications. Maybe in game development, in data science and machine learning, in web development, for all these applications, handling databases is something that we have as common. We could collect data from users and we could create any gaming, we could create any websites, but we need to store the data, right? In storing that data, if I want to store any data which need to be changed in the future, that need to be stored inside the list. Next to which I wrote web development. Do you have any ideas how list could be used in web development? If I am collecting user data, specifically in shopping websites, if a particular person is ordering, what they might do in future, they might cancel the order, they might return the order, they are going to make changes to that list. If I order a particular product, what I'll do next, I might purchase that, I might get that to my home. If I do not like it, what I'll do, I'll just return it, or I'll ask for exchange, something like this. So I could make any changes to list of all values. In that scenario, I'll be using list. So if you face this scenario in life, that is when you are going to use this list data type in Python in your real life. And how these methods, how this element is going to get removed based on location, how we could add elements to a list based on location, all these things we will see in next video in module 2, where we'll see hands-on coding. Bye for now, and we'll see in module 2. So let me zoom in and show, so you can take screenshots if you want.